We're recording. All right, so this is my October monthly attack. We're gonna go hard. There's a lot of truth bombs and a lot of questions, and I don't mean to be mean. I don't want this to come off rude or anyway. I love you guys all to death, and I know that we have so many big goals that we want to accomplish and so many things we can in October. And I think September kind of for everyone, it was kind of that switch of summer to fall, and people are kind of in between school and whatnot was going on, and I kind of just coasted. I don't say this to brag or anything. I hit Success Club 16 without kind of I don't know, I sent some invites, some messages, but when I think back, how far I could have come and how far I could have went in that month, I just feel I dropped the ball. I could have tried so much harder than I did, and that's the thing that's frustrating is the month before I recruited 8 coaches in 5 weeks, and then last month I towards the end of the month I think I didn't recruit one coach. So that's just kind of personally I know I could have done better, and you don't have to answer these questions in the chat right now, but just these are some questions I thought of and I want you guys to kind of think of in your own business. For the goal that you set up, how long did you actually work on your goal that you were I'm going to do this for the whole month of September? Did you just kind of give up after a week? Because I feel sometimes we set these huge goals and we type them out in our group pages and we're so excited, and then it kind of just fizzles as the month goes on. And then we're on the last day of the month, I'm oh my God, we got to hit Success Club. We got to hit Success Club. And it's what were you doing the last 30 days of the month that you could have not stressed yourself out so much? So kind of those kind of questions. Did you listen to a training and then kind of forget about it? And you were fired up when you first listened to that training, and then 2 days later you'd use nothing from that training? Would you send invites and then forget to send more invites the next day, and then kind of oh, I forgot to send them yesterday, so I might as well not send them again today? Those kind of things where we are trickling down instead of just doing it that first day. And yeah, say that's with our nutrition too. Say we have a cheat day, we have ice cream. The next day doesn't need to be a cheat day. That whole day doesn't need to be a cheat day. That's with our coaching business too. Yeah, maybe one day we forget to send invites or we're not following people or whatever it is. You can't let the next day affect what you did in the past. And just stop breaking promises to ourselves. Stop saying, I'm going to go Emerald, and then not doing those invites that you need to do to go Emerald. We're kind of doing things and we're kind of making these promises to ourselves, and we want to take out our income or maybe go full time or use this money towards something. But if we're not actually doing the things we're promising to ourselves and our team, we're not going to grow and we're not going to actually accomplish these goals. Because a goal is just if you think about it, it's just something you're wishing for, and if you're not taking action, it's not going to happen. So I think we just all kind of need to show up and kind of step up our game for our leaders ahead of us, for our teammates, for ourselves, for our own financial income. If we're wanting these things, these big ideas, these big goals, but we're not really actually trying. And that's where I feel I was saying in September, I kind of coasted. I just kind of went through the motions, and yeah, I hit Success Club and I hit Success Club and Nick's account, but what could I have done if I actually did my full inviting every single month, or sent out my coach invites, or actually held a coach sneak peek like I did the month before when I recruited those 8 coaches? Things like that, I dropped the ball. But we still have 90 days in this month. We still have our 4th quarter. It's not over. And yeah, it kind of can get stressful in this time for everyone with the holidays coming up. But use those stressors as ways to show up in your business more. Stop saying, poor pitiful me, I have so much schoolwork, I have all this going on. I say it too, but use those and flip it into a story that you can tell to your followers to have them come back and be oh, okay, she's a real person. She goes through these things too. I can do this as well. Because if we're more relatable, more people are going to want to be interested in the coach opportunity, and being able to balance this with school and just being a challenger and being a better person. And I don't care if you have 15 people who watch your stories on a daily basis or 500 people watch your stories. Stop thinking that that you have all these issues and no one's going to want to follow you, because we all have issues, guys. Let's be honest. Nobody here is perfect. If we were perfect, we would never need this opportunity. We wouldn't have to go to college. We wouldn't have to pay for these things if we were that perfect. So we all have these issues and we're all so relatable. But if we're not sharing those, then no one's going to find you relatable, and they're going to find some other coach out there, because there is a lot of us. They're going to find someone else that they relate to more, even though you're maybe their friend or they know you better, but this person speaks every single day and is always on their Instagram. But with that comes, like, you have to be at your top of your to-do list every single day. So maybe you're not super into personal development, but this is like one of the vital behaviors for a reason. Like, I'm really bad at personal development. I'm just going to put it out there. Like, I count when I listen to training calls from top coaches as my personal development, and that is not personal development whatsoever. That is just me growing my business, but that's not me working internally on myself. So I will post later some of the personal developments that people recommend, but like Girl Wash Your Face is so well known, and if that's like a go-to for everyone, that one is so easy to find yourself and find and relatable to her. Like 10x rule, that's my next one, because I want to 10x my business. I literally like did not do anything last month and still hit Success Club, but like I can 10x that and be at the top of my game and hit elite next year, because I'm actually trying to grow my business instead of just kind of coast through. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in mid-season of volleyball. Like, I have a lot of crap going on, but I still had times where I was watching, I don't know, what do I watch? Heartland. I watch Heartland. Yeah, I'm really embarrassing. Or I'll watch like Criminal Minds, like things like that, when that's not a money-making like activity. And we talk about that a lot. Like, things that are actually going to grow your business and make you money every single day is not watching Netflix while you're trying to do some invites. Be fully engaged in whatever you're doing. Like on this team call, be fully engaged and fully here, listening to everything. I know, Megan, you're playing with your cat, and it's totally fine. I know you're listening. But like, be fully engaged in whatever you're doing. Like, don't be sidetracked. And like, yeah, I know as women, like, we can multitask like no other. Like, we are pretty damn good at it. But also, like, when it comes to your coaching business, be fully invested. Because if you're half-assing it, you're like, maybe this will work, maybe this won't, like, maybe this was a good month, maybe I'll try harder. Like, I have people every day that like, oh, like, how long have you been in the business? Like, I had a girl yesterday ask me, like, I just don't know if this is for me. And, like, she's not one of my personally sponsored coaches. She just found me on Instagram. And I was like, stop thinking you can't do it. Because once you think you can't, you can't. Like, you have no way to like reroute your brain. Like, you have to fully believe that this is going to work for you and be doing those tasks every single day for it to actually work. And so like, people are always I feel like this, I don't know, like, this is like, to me, I'm like, okay, like, maybe if I keep listening to Melanie Mitro, or I'll listen to like these top coaches, they're going to spill some secret sauce where I'm going to be like, hell yeah, I'm going to do that, and my business is going to grow, and I'm going to be in the Million Club. Well, listen to me. Like, literally, you are the answer. Like, you have the ability to do this. Like, you have top trainings from Diesel Nation. You were given the Diesel Nation Academy. You had the ability to get into the Diesel Nation Olympics. Who has, like, all the calls on that are top coaches, top 10 coaches. We have all these top trainings, and we have these top calls for Diesel Nation, like the Emerald Rising and all those calls. And all it comes down to is if you are going to be able to do the work, listen to these calls, and do something about it. Invite, because no one's going to do your invites for you. Sorry, like, if we're trying to like finally make enough income for us, we don't have time to hire a personal assistant like some of these coaches do to like do their invites for them. Like, we have to do the work, and maybe one day you get there, great. But for me, it's like, I like to connect with these people. Like, I enjoy meeting new people. And I was telling Megan earlier, like, she's like, I feel like I'm kind of getting to the end of my circle of people. And I'm like, yeah, like, I felt like that too until last month. I literally so when I got home from Alaska, I was sending invites the whole time. Like, I didn't even care who it was to. Like, it was like 60 plus people, and probably 40 saw it and didn't reply. And I ended up hitting Success Club 10 at the last day of the month, along with my Success Club 10 I hit on by the 10th. But those people that I got, those last 5, like, I could not tell you where they're from. I could not tell you, like, I have no idea who they are. Like, that's the cool thing, is that I was able to find people outside of my, like collective group of people from Western Oregon or California. Like, I grew my following just by following people that have already purchased with me before. And that's one tool I always use, is I go back on Captivate and I go to my following, and then I'll follow. Like, on Monday, I did 120 followers, and then today I did 137. Like, are you guys hitting those numbers? Because, like, I still, even with that, I'm still only hitting Success Club 20 at the end of the month. Like, could you imagine what these people are doing when they're hitting Success Club 100? Like, how many more people they're following? Try and, like, think, like, relate to your business to what I'm doing and to what those top people are doing. Like, don't compare yourself. Like, don't say, oh, since Maddie's doing this, I have to do that. But kind of take into, like, relation, like, what do you want for your business? Like, my goal is 2-star by the end of this year because I want to be at the New Leaders Conference in February, which means I have to get 2 of my personally sponsored coaches to Diamond, which is why I run these team calls, because I want to mentor and help people do what I've been doing. And I'm hitting Diamond this Thursday. No matter what, I'm doing it. I'm signing my sister up, and Megan went Emerald, and I'm going to be Diamond. But it's like I have to be able to, like, find what you guys want, because as long as I want it doesn't mean that you guys are going to work hard for it. Like, just because, say, your coach, like Melissa, wants to be, like, 15-star doesn't mean she can do it for any one of her personally sponsored coaches. It takes you to personally decide what you want of your business, and it's okay if you don't want to be Diamond. Maybe you want to be Emerald and just help certain people and get free leads or something. But it doesn't matter, like, what I want. It's all up to what you are actually going to put into your business. And I always say this too, because so I started my business a year ago in October, and I didn't hit Success Club until December. And since December on, I've hit Success Club, and I missed it because I didn't know you had to have 90 personal volume at one point. So my, like, actual total's off. But like, I was setting up in October for all these free sneak peeks and all this stuff through Thanksgiving and things. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was doing these free groups, and I was able to hit Success Club 3 months later. So what they say is when you set up, like, when you're talking to people now, they're going to most likely sign up with you in 3 months from now, or maybe they do sign up now, but you're setting yourself up for the new year, because 3 months from now is January 1st. And if you're not talking to those people now, by January 1st, people know what they want for their New Year's resolution. They have either found a new coach and that's not you, or they, like, are like, oh, okay, like, I'm ready to sign up with Amber because I've seen her post for the last 3 months and I'm ready to join her challenge group for my New Year's resolution. And if you're not going to invite them, I'm going to hella freaking invite them, because I want to grow my business. Like, so if we're not constantly doing those invites, like, who do you think is going to come with you in January if you are kind of showing up? And then consistency. Just keep building that trust, because that comes with, like, January 1st. Like, if someone's going to invest that $160 with you, they're going to want to trust you. And when I, like, showed up yesterday, like, because I couldn't move my arm, like, yeah, I'm fine now, but so many people messaged me, like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like, what's going on? Like, people, like, actually truly cared, besides people that actually are my friends, you know? Like, some of these people, like, I don't even know. Like, they are from, like, high school that, like, are way younger than me, or just other people. And, like, people are actually trusting me to help them. So they, like, want to make a friendship with me. And they kind of feel like they know me, even though we've never actually had a conversation, which is such, like, blows my mind that we have this platform of social media to do this with. And then, so kind of when I was saying, like, don't let one day affect the rest of your life. Like, don't let one day trickle into 3 days and 4 days and get off on our nutrition, because if we're not actually being the challenger we want in our challenge groups, no one's gonna be that person. Say if you're eating ice cream and all these carbs and, like, you're not sticking to your nutrition plan, how do you expect, like, your challengers to be 100% on their nutrition plan and gonna win the, like, Beachbody, like, whole competition if you can't even do it yourself? You have to show up and show them that every single day you are doing your nutrition, you're doing your workout, because that's going to trickle down to your challengers. And that's what makes good coaches, is when they're following your challenge groups. And I think we all struggle with recruiting coaches because we're so afraid to ask them. But if we're showing up and showing how easy it is and how relatable it is, and Megan just posted something about she got her first paycheck of $50, and that's helping her, like, with her cat right now, like, have toys and food and, like, things like that. It just all trickles down when we're serving others. And that's what this business is. Like, if you want to, like, a lot of, like, Amber is with me, like, we're going to be physical therapists one day is our goal, but we're serving others in that job, in that career. And that's what this job is. So if you, like, don't want to be someone else's servant, I don't know if this is not for you, but we're helping other people, and we're helping them fulfill their lives, end the trend of obesity, things like that. But we got to be ready to serve others and help them wherever they're at. And this is like me kind of being your like mom, but I'm just giving you a little kick in the pants because I feel like all of us kind of trickled in September. We're kind of right here, but I know in October we can step it up because it gets difficult during the holidays, but only if you make that excuse and let that rule your mind. Like, don't keep saying like, oh, it's going to be hard. Like, oh, people don't want to spend the money. That's why I didn't hit Success Club. Like, that's not going to stop me from hitting Success Club in October, November, December. Like, yeah, we all have stuff going on, but make it like a reason for people to do it. Make it a reason, like, I don't want to look that way in certain Christmas pictures, or like let Thanksgiving take advantage of me because I have these ways to get around it. And so I just have like five steps that I just want to share. I love you guys, and thanks for listening, and don't hate me for just preaching what's on my mind. But first things first is like commit to a program. Like, everyone type in the chat right now what program you're committed to or what you're committing to right now to end the new year, because I want to see, there's how many people on this call? 9, 3, 6, 9. There should be 9 messages of what program we're committing to right now. A lot of my team just started Lift 4 today. Yes, Lift 4. But we have Proving Grounds coming out at the end of October, and new launches are amazing ways to like promote your business. And if you don't know what Proving Grounds is, go look it up on the FAQ. Go do some research. Know what we have to offer to people. Lift 4, and the Proving. Yeah, I want to check out Proving Grounds. I kind of want to make Nick do it because it's for athletes. But I'm like, heck yeah, anyone can do that. Awesome. And then number 2 is we got to be sharing on social media. People always say this is like, well, I just don't know what to post. Well, we don't all have to have like aesthetically pleasing Instagrams if you don't have the tools. But don't let that like scare you from posting anything at all. Post something more than nothing. If you're like, oh, my content might not be that good, or I don't know what to say something. Because if you're not existent, no one's going to know that you are out there selling the same thing I'm selling, because your page shows nothing like that. You're not inviting. You have nothing up there that says you're doing a program, nothing. And I think we just kind of make these excuses. We're like, oh God, like what if someone judges me? Things like that. And it's like, we can't let the fear of haters like run our business, because they're not paying your bills. Let's just say, like, if they want to unfollow you, good for them, but like that's not going to help anyone do anything. Number 3 is inviting. Like, I don't know how many times we can say it, like, invite. We got to invite. We have to invite. No one's going to come to our parties if we're not inviting. And someone was saying this on earlier on a call I listened to, but say if you like post on Facebook and you're like, hey, I'm having a barbecue this weekend, like bring an appetizer. Someone's going to see that and be like, oh, well, like I'm not that close of a friend with her. Like she probably didn't mean to send that to me. This is kind of awkward. Like, I don't know. And then, but like, what if you went into their direct messages and said, hey girl, I've been thinking about you. I'd love if you came to our barbecue, maybe bring an appetizer and we can totally catch up. Something like that actually shares like personal value with these people, that they're like, oh, okay, she wants me in her boot camp. So like lately what I've been saying is like, I had a challenger that's been in my boot camps for like 3 months now, and we've like been really relating on so many levels. And I was like, girl, I think you would be perfect for my tribe of coaches. She's like, this just made my day. Like, it makes me so nervous thinking about that, but I like have had that thought in my head, but I just didn't know how, like, what the first steps were. So like, if I never invited her, I bet you she would have stayed a challenger forever because she loves the program, but she was so nervous to ask me about the coaching opportunity. And that's just something that we all as coaches, I think a lot of us do struggle with, trying to invite from challenger to coach, or just doing the coach invite along with like the loyalty program, that whole thing. We just got to actually be sending those messages to people. And then number 4 is show up for team calls. So I know Melissa has her team calls on Tuesdays at 7? Yeah. But then we have the Diesel Nation Emerald Rising call on Mondays. I think it's at 5:30 Pacific time. But like, if you're not Emerald, like you should be on that call every single Monday until you are Emerald, because those are calls led by people that are elite coaches. Like Melissa ran a call, Katrina ran a call, like people like that are actually killing this business are running those calls. So why would we not listen to them? Also, the National Wake Up Call every Monday at 8 a.m. I never am able to listen to it live because I always have class or I always have work or something. But I still go back and listen to the replay because every call has like a recording that we can listen to. Our team calls are every Tuesday at 9. They don't change. I always do at 9 because then I have time to shower and everything after practice. And even I feel like most people are done with their day by 9. So even if they're at home or driving home, they can jump on the call. And then I'm going to be hosting every Wednesday. I don't care if anyone shows up or no one shows up. Everyone shows up. But every Wednesday at 6 a.m., I'm going to be doing a team power hour. It's going to be like more like 30 minutes because I have to get my workout done before class. But it'll be Wednesdays at 6 a.m. We're getting on. We're doing our inviting. We're doing our follows. Anyone that wants to be in there, I will post the link starting tomorrow. We're going to get up and we're going to do it because if we're not crushing our business, we can't expect it to grow. And then number 5 is stop breaking promises to yourself. If you are not posting on social media, how are you expecting to get to Emerald? So stop saying you're going to go Emerald if you're not posting on social media because you're not going to get there. It's not going to be like, oh, snap, or like fairy godmother is going to get me to Emerald. It's you. It all comes back to you. You can't say, I'm going diamond this month. I'm going diamond if you're not sending invites every single day because you can't go diamond without bunch of coaches on your team. Like you have to have 4 people on each leg and you have to have 2 emeralds. Like you can't go diamond by yourself. And I just want everyone to stretch themselves and work a little harder than we did in September. And I know some people did struggle and like you did try your best and yeah, you hit Success Club, but why don't we think about hitting Success Club by the 15th of the month instead of the 30th of the month? It takes a lot of stress off you. You work harder in the beginning of the month, and then the end of the month, you can start planning for the next month, or you can get things set up for the next month. And so that you're hitting at the beginning of the month, and it's so much less stress, guys. Trust me. Like, I hit Success Club 10 by the 10th, but I was like, okay, that's all I did. I just coasted the rest of the month. I was at 10 until October 27th when I was like, Maddie, if you want to go on these Success Club trips, you have to be hitting higher numbers of Success Club. So I sat there and invited, and I had 5 people join me, like, in one day. So it's possible, but we have to actually do the invites. And my goal as our team is to be 2-star by December 5th. I don't want to wait till the end of December or, like, January 1st, I'll be 2-star. I want to be in the beginning of December, and I know it's doable, but we have to, like, be consciously working at it by inviting. And I just want everyone to realize your potential. Like, stop getting in your way. You are in your freaking way every single day. You are limiting yourself because you're so scared and fearful. But we're tenaciously fierce. We are a fierce, stinking team that's going to go out there and kill it. So stop getting in your way. And our theme this month is just show up. Like, we are showing up every single day. We're in there at 6 a.m., 5:30, whatever it is, to get those invites in. And go to bed early. Like, after this, I'm heading to bed before 10 because I missed my call with Melissa this morning because I stayed up till 11:30 and I slept past my alarm. You know, like, get up, go to bed early, get up early, get things done. And just, like, show up every day for our team, your future team that you're growing every single day, your future customers. And I know you are capable of doing this, so just do it. And, yeah, as I said, like, you got to make your goal for this month. I can't write out your goals because if I'm writing out your goals, that has nothing to do with me. It's all about your action. So you're not probably going to do any of the things I say because you don't think you can do it. So stretch yourself in your goals, but be realistic and write them down and share them with your team, share them with me, share them with someone so someone can hold you accountable. And then, so my goals are like my homework to everyone is at least watch one training video every single day. There are so many awesome coaches out there that are, like, so ready to, I feel like someone's, I don't know, that was weird. But there's so many awesome coaches out there, like Carly Lindor, Ashley Molstead, Kate Morgan, like, all these people that post out, like, team training videos every single day, and just because you're not part of their team doesn't mean you can't watch these, because we have our own upline, but we can learn from other uplines that sometimes things resonate better with certain people coming from different people. So listen to other team calls, listen to trainings every single day, and grow yourself. And be your best friend. Like, be your personal best friend, because if you're your best friend, you are helping yourself get to where you want to be. And I love you guys all so much. And I know we are so capable of all these things that we like talk about and dream about and write down, but we just have to actually do the actions that are going to get us to that goal. All right. What is all this chat? Oh my gosh. I've been more productive this week because of all these calls, like, and the Olympics and all these things going on. Like, I have never actually woke up at 5:30 3 days in a row. Actually, I didn't even do it that way, but my intentions were 3 days in a row. Does anyone have any questions or comments or anything? You can unmute yourself. No, just preaching. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for jumping on, and I hope you're all just fired up about killing the rest of October, because the month has just started and we have so much potential and so many goals. If you guys want to take yourself off your video, or like put your video on so you can take a little team screenshot, that'd be amazing. I know we all look so beautiful right now. It's a great night. All right, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Oh, sorry. Wait, I have to take one more. Melissa was in the middle of coming off. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a good rest of your Tuesday, and I will talk to you guys later.